Here we go. There we are. What's up everyone, Kate here from MPTennis. Hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome back to Chasing 13. We are here on another episode. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the trip to Florida. Spring break trip where we played matches down there against a couple different schools. It was a little bit of an emotional and physical roller coaster for me as I caught the flu 2 days into the trip. So we're going to be talking about that, how I dealt with it, how I was able to get ready for my matches, how did I deal with it in my matches, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into it. Do not forget to like and subscribe though. There is lots of content on this channel now, guys. We're in this Chasing 13 stuff. Conferences starting next week. Let's get into it. Like and subscribe. So we arrived in Florida and then we were able to have an off day in practice to get ready, and then the second day after the day we practiced, we were able to get our first match in against Florida Southern University. They're in a great conference and they're a good team. I believe they're nationally ranked. So we knew we were definitely going to have to bring our A game to push them and to try and win. So all these matches that we play in Florida were very tough and were really good for us. But like I said, the first one we play, Florida Southern. So we got out there feeling very confident, and then I'll talk to you guys about my singles match now. All right, so here we go. First match against Florida Southern, number 4 singles. We had just played the doubles point and weren't able to get it. So yeah, I had to come out fresh in singles. The only thing that was maybe a little bit of a limiting factor here for us as a team was just because this is our first outside match at this point in over a few months. So getting used to the courts and singles alone is a little bit of a process. And even though we had practiced a little bit outside, it still takes a little bit to get used to the match play and stuff. But yeah, so that was bad volley right there. But let's kind of jump into the match commentary here. My guy was a grinder. A lot of the guys at 4 and more the back of the lineup are grinders, so there's never really any easy matches. So yeah, really just trying to feel it out. The guy had a pretty good serve. He was pretty tall, didn't move great, but I was really trying to just kind of keep it to the backhand side, and sometimes just simple strategies like that can win you some big points even at a higher level, especially since you don't know the other player. This guy was kind of slicing his backhand a bit. There's definitely a couple things that I did that maybe weren't great. That was a great point by me though right there. Love the coming to the net, little net battle there. But yeah, there's a couple things that I think I could have did much better in this match. I do cut myself a little bit of slack though, just because it was the first one outdoors. But yeah, we got a nice little exchange here. See, definitely trying to keep it to his backhand there. Move him around a bit. Come in here. And then that was a big point, that point too. I was super pissed, honestly, that I lost that point because it was a deuce point there. And I felt like my approach wasn't good enough in hindsight, but I still came in. But nice volley there, and then another good put away. Later in the match, I started coming into the net because for some reason I didn't feel like I had the confidence necessarily to stay back when I probably should have. Like, I'm pretty good from the back. Like, I don't miss many balls, but I think I was just not as confident because of the conditions. I just wasn't used to them. That was a beauty forehand there. Really went for it. Another good little exchange here. Definitely had some great exchanges in this match. And then just going for too much there. Gotta have big targets, guys. That's something that's really important. And that point is just unfortunate with me kind of hitting the net cord there. All right, so after that match had happened, we had had another off day, and that evening I had started feeling really sick. So started getting really dry throat, went to bed, hoping to sleep it off, and then the following morning I felt terrible. I was extremely nauseous, lots of vomit, not a good scene at the house with all the guys and the girls in the team, but yeah, it happened. So lots of hydration needed to occur, lots of Advil, and of course this crappy feeling, if you will, continued throughout the trip. So in the following matches that I'll be able to talk to you guys about in the video, I'll kind of explain how I was feeling on court, but also what I was doing to maybe not feel as bad, or some little tips and tricks that I can kind of give you guys if you're dealing with flu or similar illnesses while you're on court. All right, so the following match was actually against a D3 school. So I actually was asked to be taken out of the singles because the team we were playing, Millsaps College, we were stronger than them. So we were able to move around our lineup a bit. So I only played doubles, and I was able to win the doubles point, win our doubles match 6-2. Solid doubles performance. Doubles does not take near as much energy, especially at the collegiate level, in my opinion. So playing the doubles, still kind of holding my rhythm because I did not want to play at all, even though I felt so bad. I still wanted to, keep my rhythm because I knew I still had 2 singles matches coming up that were going to be tough. So I wanted to keep some rhythm there. But we were able to beat Millsaps 6-1, I think. So no, it might even have been 7-0. I think we ended up winning 7-0 against these guys. So solid performance, but yeah, just kind of using that doubles match as a little bit of a rhythm for the next match. All right, so after that, still not feeling great. We were able to go back to the house. Sleep is very important. However, the next match was against Embry-Riddle. They are an extremely high-level Division II team. We played them in Daytona Beach. So nice little drive. We had to get up early in the morning, which meant cutting the sleep a little bit short. However, I tried to go to bed as early as I can. And I ended up playing 3 sets. So I'm going to take you guys through what I was thinking in that match now. So let's first just talk about these courts. These courts were very slow, hard courts. It was actually a pretty cool day. Just considering we were in Florida, I mean, for Celsius folks, I think it was around like 16, 17 degrees. So I don't know exactly the translation there, but that's definitely not super warm. But for colder climates, we'll take it. But it was interesting to go really hot and then a little bit cooler. But the courts were slow. I like that. I like playing on a slow hard court. My opponent here is a grinder as well, from Germany, left-handed graduate student. Right now you're watching the 3rd set, so this is kind of who can get it together here in the end. And honestly, guys, like, this is where I'm feeling so bad. Not feeling great. We're having a ton of long exchanges, and me just kind of having the flu. I was not feeling it. But giving everything I have here, there's some awesome points here, some long exchanges. One thing about this guy is I felt like he was slicing his backhand a lot, so I was trying to kind of expose that. So there we go. Move him out to the forehand, and I probably should have went down the line there, but trying to get, I should have tried to get him to hit more running backhands, because, and they kind of come in off that, but that was awesome. He's not happy with that one there, but the other thing that I was not doing well in the first set was I just wasn't making enough balls. And guys, they don't need to be perfect. Make balls. If they're a little bit short, who cares? It's better to be making balls than I'd say be spraying them all over. And that's something I cleaned up in the second set for sure, and which put me back into the match. And then ultimately here, there was one thing tactically, I started hitting my slice too much. And that kind of hurt me a bit, I think, in the bigger points. But see, look, another great exchange here. Like, we are grinding here. And that's one thing, that's a beauty backhand pumped up there for sure. That's one thing though, you really got to take your time, like on these courts compared to, playing at the USTA where we played the following day, or playing at the Florida Southern courts. They're a lot slower, so you kind of have to take your time. Even though it is a hard court, you can't rush points. That's one thing for sure. And that is just terrible. Bad shot at a bad time. I don't know why I went for that drop shot. It was a pretty big point. And that's what I mean, like my decision making there was not good. And see, another slice there. See how I was saying I was slicing too much, right? So got to hit my backhand. My backhand's a weapon. So got to use your weapons, guys. Remember to play with your strengths. Don't if you have a big forehand, don't run around it and hit your backhand, right? So remember what you win with. See, there's another slice there. That's not a smart shot, even though it was in the court. See, I've hit like multiple slices now. It's time to hit a two-hander. There we go. Change of direction there a little bit better. See, that's a slice. That's a bad one. That's not good. That was not okay. That one makes me mad. This guy's forehand was pretty spinny. It wasn't like hard and flat, but he definitely moved it around the court well. Hit some good angles, actually. Was able to kind of do that nice little pass there by me there. But yeah, one thing that I do want to talk about, knowing that I was not feeling well, for you guys, to give you guys tips, make sure you're over-hydrating. Like, and when I mean over-hydrating, like, we're in Florida, so we're over-hydrating already, so I had to, like, take it to another level. If you're feeling ill, you got to turn it up like 30 notches, because you're going to need everything your body can take. The other thing is rest. Oh, that's unfortunate, that one. The other thing is rest. Fuel your body properly with eating. So don't be eating McDonald's the day before you play your match, or especially if you're feeling ill. Take Advil if you need it. That's something that I was doing. And of course, when you're out there, take your time. Use the 25 seconds. Take as much time when you're returning as possible. And that's something that I was doing that was able to help me get it to 3 sets. Because, I was just not feeling so good. So those are some things. If you do feel crappy, another bad one there by me. See, there's another slice. I should have been hitting a backhand return, even though I'm back in the point. Surviving here, but not good enough. And yeah, he was able to close it out. All right, in our last match, we ended up playing at the USTA National Campus against Fordham. They're a Division I school based out of New York. Definitely a match that we're looking forward to. We knew it was going to be a good competition, really, just because they're around our level, even though they are Division I. Once again, still was not feeling great at all. And this match, I feel like, was kind of I reached the level at which I couldn't really handle it anymore, because I just played 3 sets, which you guys just saw the day before. So then this match also goes 3 sets. So I really start kind of feeling in this match, and I think you guys will be able to see with some of the footage here, and I'll be able to talk you guys through what I'm feeling as well here. It was an early morning the next morning as well to get up to go to the USTA. We played for him, like I had just mentioned, and it was going to be another battle. So this match was very intense, and at times I just felt like I was going to fall over. It was a rough one, honestly. My opponent was really solid. Was also kind of a grinder, but not as much as the other guys I'd played. He had a bigger forehand. He could finish points here, like as you're watching right now. He's kind of dictating with his forehand, making me run around like Andy Murray here. So that was something I had to kind of take into account there. But the other thing also is this match was really early in the morning. Like we started at 7:30, 8 o'clock. So that's extremely early. It reminded me of the junior days, and we normally start with doubles, but we didn't start with doubles today. Just because of the way the courts lined up with the USTA, we had to start with singles. So we had to be ready to go right out of the gate after the warm-up. So just kind of getting down here 2-0 right away to this guy. I was not really feeling it off the bat, but felt like I could kind of reel it in a bit. He was missing his backhand a lot, and he made a couple bad errors on that side when I was moving him to his forehand and kind of mixing it up. See another backhand miss right there. So I kind of was like, okay, don't worry about it. You know, you're down 2-0. You'll figure it out. So I kind of reel it in here. These courts are beautiful, even though they haven't really been resurfaced, I feel like, in maybe a couple of years, the USTA ones. They're very nice. It was a beautiful, calm morning, too, so that was fun to play. But I eventually kind of break him back here. And, yeah, like I said, reel it in. But every point here, I feel terrible after. And it's not because I'm tired. It's because I'm feeling, like, peak ill right now. And like, I don't even know, you guys might even see me come up to the camera here, or not look at the camera, but literally like kneel over. I was not feeling good, and I kind of just kept telling myself, like, I had a little bit of doubt. Normally I'm not somebody that has doubt in matches, like, how are you gonna do this, like, but those are some of the thoughts that were crossing my mind, and it was crazy. Like I at some points I just didn't think I was going to be able to figure it out. So I was able to get up 5-2 actually in this set and kind of expose his weaknesses there. And then I started to crumble. So here we are in an exchange here. I'll kind of talk about the points here now, but moving me around here. His forehand was very good. He was able to create some angle there for sure. After this point, I'm dead though. And that's the other thing too, like showing emotion when you're tired, that drains a lot. This is a beautiful point, and no, I mixed it up with another one. There's another point that looks very similar to that that's coming. But yeah, I let him dictate, like the theme of the match, I let him dictate too much on the forehand side. I wasn't putting him under enough pressure. Good back in there by me. I didn't hit my return enough either. You see that chip there? Gotta hit my return more. Especially if I'm not feeling good, maybe try and finish points early. Is not a bad idea. That's a great lob by him. And then a beauty pass. I love that one. That was crazy. But as you can see, I'm kind of dead there. Like, I am exhausted. And normally, like, I can play those points, you know, back to back to back. But it's just early morning, feeling weak because of the morning, but also because, like, I'm sick and it was a long point, you know, so that's definitely something I was dealing with. But yeah, he comes back to push it to a tie break. And that's just so frustrating, right? Like being up 5-2 and your opponent kind of coming back. So here we go, tiebreaker time. So yeah, our opponent coming back when you're up 5-2 and not really like feeling the strength like in my body. I just didn't feel it. Like I didn't have any juice left, you know what I mean? So this is a long exchange here for the first point. Trying to stay in it. And I get lucky there with a shank. Grinding, man. 1-0. Just long there, but good pressure by him. That's one where I should be hitting over. I should not be hitting a slice there on the chip. See, I let him get in the point too much. So serving at 1-2. Nice serve by me there. Nice forehand put away. Now we're serving at 2-2. Trying to keep points short though, but even though like putting some effort into shots also takes a lot out of you. So like I went for some there and I clipped the tape and it felt like I had just played 20 shot rally. And now he is up 4-2 and we're having a little break here. Coaches come over, they're bringing Pedialyte, ginger ale, the Advils, extra water, all you can see, all the good stuff. You can have, honestly, I don't know about ginger ale. I know that might be an old myth, but we were trying everything just because I felt so poor. I get lucky there, right there, with that forehand in the net. So now we're back on serve. Mini break back. 3, serving 4. And I hit a nice volley there. So 4-4. That sucks right there. Right intense and just did not execute at all. Wanted to come to the net behind that backhand. So now he's 5-4 up. Mini break again. And he misses a rally ball. Lets me back into it 5-5. A nice little exchange here. Giving everything I have here. And he gives it to me. 6-5. Serving here, I got a set point. He's gonna come in behind it. And then I go with the lob. Yes, sir. We take that 7-6. So, with that said though, the rest of the match went downhill big time. I had used up so much energy with, going back to back 3 sets. So we ended up going 3 sets in this match. I had played 3 sets the day before, and the following 2 sets were low-key a disaster. I had no energy. I went to the bathroom after this first set and just kind of was next to the garbage can because I felt so nauseous. So definitely took the time I needed, but I mean, I was just feeling so poor. So anyway, came back and got up a break, and then everything went south. I didn't have any energy, and I had lost the last set 6-0, and the second set was 6-3, so 6-3, 6-0. So really unfortunate, to be honest. Like, that's what I mean. Like, I just didn't have the energy, which is so crappy because that's so unlike me. And but yeah, that's what it is, and really just too bad we did end up losing to Fordham.
All right, so coming back to SNU, reflecting kind of how the team did, how I did, there's kind of a little bit to unpack here. So we were 1-3. Personally, I'm upset with how it kind of shook down just because I got sick. There wasn't really anything I could do. I played 2 3-setters back to back. Was not able to find a way to kind of figure it out in both of the third sets. It sucks, but you know what? Journey and process over result. Just like Kobe Bryant always says, Mamba mentality, guys.
Those times when you get up early and you work hard. Those times when you stay up late and you work hard. Those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. That's the dream, not the destination, it's the journey.
So we got to enjoy the process, even if it's a little bit sucky here and there. The team, I feel like we have a little bit of work to do in a couple departments, but our guys work hard, so it's very exciting to see that, because I know we're going to come back. We have the conference matches coming. But yeah, it just really sucks that I was sick. You know, I lost like 10 pounds on the trip. You know, that's crazy. Like, I was really, really sick. So as positive feedback, I'm really proud and happy of how I was able to fight in singles, you know, having a fever, throwing up the days in matches, and it just sucks. But yeah, that's just the way it is. So excited with how we competed, how I competed, given the circumstances, but there's still much more that can be done. So like I said, conference is coming up. There's definitely some things that I'm gonna make some tweaks with on the racket side that I know you guys are probably a little bit interested in, that I'll talk about here in a second. But other than that, super pumped to be back here and get ready for conference. All right, you guys, so the switch that I'm talking about, don't worry, it's not a racket. We're not going there or anything. I think that would be really stupid of me, actually. We're coming up to the biggest matches of the season, so no racket changes, but we are making a little string change. So right now, I've had the normal string when I was playing in Florida and throughout the whole season thus far. Confidential on mains and crosses, 54, 52. However, I've made a little bit of a change, and now we have velocity on the crosses and Slinko still on the mains at 52 and 54. So the reason for this is I originally just wanted to feel what it felt like, and I really like it. I had some trouble with my arm earlier in the year, December going into January. So this is something that helps a tiny bit, but also it feels actually strange because with a hybrid setup, normally people are like, comfort, and you get more power. I don't actually feel the power, to be honest. I feel like I can swing pretty fast and accelerate, and the ball actually drops in more. And I like it because the launch angle isn't as high as when I play with poly, so it kind of brings it down a bit. And I don't really play super high launch angle anyway, and it's nice to be able to have the opportunity to flatten it out, and it feels a little bit more crispy too. So this is kind of what I'm using right now. I like it. It's not a super big change, but definitely a change that I'm excited about to kind of tell you guys. So right now, that's what's going on. But yeah, just a little change in that regards with the string that I made after the Florida trip. All right, you guys, that's gonna be it for this Chasing 13 video. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. There's so much on here. So definitely check out all the goodies that we have here for you. But that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.